Okay, good evening, everyone. Uh, this is another video, my second video for the year when it comes to technical analysis. And in case you didn't watch my other video, my name is Daniel Ogbe, and I'm a technical analyst part time, at least for now. I'm putting this little channel together for to serve as my trading journal, right? So I'll do a lot more chart work than speaking, and that's really what I plan on using this channel for. I'm also a software engineer. I know I didn't really talk about that uh, in my other video. Yeah, I'm a software engineer full stack. Maybe I would have a different video where I'm not talking about charts at all, to really dive into like what I do on a daily basis, right? But for now, we're talking charts. So I think that's good as far as introductions go. Let's dive into here. So now this is GBPUSD on a daily time frame. And now why I want to speak on GBPUSD is because GBPUSD broke my heart. I remember in my last video, I was anticipating a pull into a confluence region around here. Network is out. It is well. But yes, in my previous video, I was anticipating a push into a confluence region that lined up with this trend line. Let me take this out for a bit so that doesn't confuse. Alright, this was a Fibonacci play. My fib doesn't want to come out. Network still, but let's keep on going. All right, so this was a Fibonacci play. I mean, I thought it was swing high, swing low, right, and a confluence here, right, and we didn't get here. I had my pending orders up here, right. We didn't get here, and even my contingency plan that said if we don't get to this point, we would retrace, you get, and continue heading to the downside. And I had when we broke here and closed, that we're sure that okay, we had held here. I was anticipating a retracement to the upside to get into the market. That didn't happen. We just bled to the downside, hit TP1, hit TP2, and even passed itself all the way to the monthly level. But we are currently trading at this point. See, this is if I take this out, see, this is a doji candle. It's getting to a doji candle. So I mean, I'm glad my we my analysis played out in the sense that okay, we did, go move to the downside, but I didn't get into the trade, and I was pissed off. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this is the essence of journaling. You need to be transparent. I mean, no one might even watch this. So this is this is the thing. It pissed me off because I mean I'm not making money from this, but it played out fine, quite alright. Right, I was right, but I didn't take the trade. I didn't get triggered here. We held nicely here. Those people that were selling here, I mean those who got in here at the right time. I mean, if you got in here and we're trading here, your SL will probably be taken out, right? But those who sold rather at the right time, maybe on our way back down, have made their decent profits, obviously. Well, me, I didn't get triggered, and I didn't want to now jump and try to catch a falling knife. So I thought, not knowing we had all this space to the downside. Well, that is part of the game. We keep growing, we keep improving, and we keep morphing our trading style till we get what works. All right. So while I would come back to GBPUSD, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Let's go to EURJPY. I know it's a wild switch, but the yen market currently is trending. And I was speaking with a good friend of mine, and he pointed out that he's a trader as well. Shout out to him. He pointed out that the yen index, the Japanese yen index, was moving in for a bullish run. Right, he showed me the setup and it was legit. Right, so the Japanese index is on a bullish run, and what this would mean is things like GBPJPY, EURJPY would sell, and even USDJPY would sell, pending when we start to see some cool off from the yen surge, from the yen index surge. Oh my god, I'm suffering network issues here. All right, I'm back. Yeah, no, I just started. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to really pay attention to my internet connection, and yeah, had to get it sorted out. But anyway, so I was going into Euro JPY before my internet started acting up, and this is the month. This is a monthly level. Sorry, this is a monthly time frame for Euro JPY. Now, what's my bias for Euro JPY? First off, we've seen a rally up to the upside from this monthly level, attempting to get here. We didn't get here. We had a bearish engulfing candle. Right? We have something like, I mean, this is higher than this, which is somewhat of a concern, but it's more of a long-term concern because this is higher than this, and you would say that we might still be bullish. However, we have right here, we've put in a bearish engulfing candle, which means we are at least for a while, some couple of months, we would be bearish. And once that time reaches, I don't know, let me see if I can get something from trend lines. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Anyway, well, crazy. My internet guy is crazy. Anyway, so just let me just keep on going till that pops up. So what my bias basically is bearish. Why? One, you're seeing this very strong bearish engulfing candle here, and inverse hammer for that matter, coming off at I mean, we had this line, this black line that held here as resistance, coming here, and now this could as well, we've broken back down in here, right? We couldn't sustain above this level. We've broken back down in here to have a retest of this level, and then now we are looking to the downside. See, this is another engulfing candle engulfing this. So what's my point? We've broken back down below here, and then we've tested this black line to point to the downside. So I know now that at least we should be coming to this base here. We start from 156.400 basically, right? So from here to here, I am 80% sure that we are 75 to 80% sure that we would get to this point. And if you notice, something like a head and shoulder pattern is also forming on this monthly level. You see a shoulder here, you see the head, and you see the shoulder already forming on this other hand, Maybe when we go to the weekly time frame, we'll see it a lot better. But if you're good with chart patterns, you could spot something like a head and shoulders here. It also signifying bearish movement. So if we get to this base and we break this base, best believe we are coming in for a bigger bearish move. Where we are going to stop now is now going to be the question, because from I mean, are we dropping all the way to the monthly level? If that is the case, then we have all this space to the monthly level. But if something like a trend line, for example, on a monthly time frame meets it and there is a reversal at that point, that is valid, and that is going to be, well, depending on how we reverse, that's going to be a reverse to the upside. And still talking for this crappy network to get on with it. All right. Yeah, sorry about that again. If you notice my screen being different, because I've switched to the web base, just so we can get on with this. So what I have here is EURJPY, and this is on a weekly time frame, right? And now the head and shoulder pattern is much more defined. You see the shoulder here, proper head, then shoulder now that is coming down here. Now on this shoulder, on this right shoulder, you can see something again also forming on both sides and the top, right? Now, not only that, we are now seeing a bearish engulfing candle on a weekly time frame, followed by an inverse hammer for those who are on the candlestick formation section. So this is an inverse hammer, if you know what it means. And this is basically screaming bearish. I mean, this is a lower high from this. This is lower high than this, and we had this bearish engulfing candle. So first things first, my first level target, well, I mean, this is a weekly, right? So let me use the green bar. First here, right? What I would be looking, if once we start dropping, obviously this guy is to be questioned here. Let me just put a thin line here for him. You would want to look out for this. No, what is that? You would want to see web. Imagine. Okay, no, this is GBPJPY now. I've not gotten into this. Look here. See web. Oh, just distress myself. So yeah, this was the purple line we mapped out that you need to be careful of, and this line this up nicely. This would be first tip, then we are coming down to the very base here. This would be my play for EURJPY. But before we start marking out profit taking level, these are just probable support levels we might meet while we journey down, right? And I mean, this was the head and shoulder pattern we were discussing about on the weekly. See, it's now well defined. We have a shoulder here, we have something here like that, and then a head and a shoulder, and then a lower high here to proceed to the downside. Now we've come in to put in a lower low. you guys know how I roll. I'm waiting for a lower high to get into the market, and we continue cameling down. And if I drew I drew something like this. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I believe I drew something like this. I mean, is it to the body? No, it doesn't. Let's do this. So now we have had this lower high here, and then we broke the trend line. Let me put this here. It makes more sense. Let me put it here. And then we broke the trend line, right? From here, I mean, we see where we almost came to that guy that I said we should be careful about. See him here, see him acting up here again, see him here, right? This guy, I'm guessing, is going to be the first point we are going to actually exhaust our bearish move. But the overall journey is to 156.982, right? And if I'm not mistaken, that's about 460 pips. But in between that, we are going to also take advantage of pullbacks and all that. But let's get into the trade first. So let's talk entries. Now we know it's heading down. We have built our case from the monthly head and shoulders to the weekly head and shoulders to the head and shoulder pattern forming on the right shoulder of the weekly head and shoulder. Now we are at the daily, and with each head and shoulder we are getting a bearish engulfing candle. The monthly, the weekly, and then the daily, putting in a lower high and a bearish engulfing candle. A lower high, right? Not a bearish engulfing candle this time, but we've made a lower low here. This is lower than this, obviously, right? So now I've built my case basically for a bearish move. Now this is now, from here on, we are at the 4-hour level to get entries. Now see where my entries are currently. And okay, see, I had a trend line here, so all right, yeah, see, touch it, just dropped like this. So it's quite interesting. Well, let's carry on. So yeah, this is now where we've now started having lower highs and then lower lows. So we are pulling in now for a lower high, which is my own prediction, right? We're already here. I drew this bar because it lined up with the Fibonacci here. This is 0.5. This is the 0.618, right? And I mean, if I take here to be maybe I should be conservative with this, but let's see how it goes. So if we take it from swing high to swing low, we have here as an area of resistance, probable resistance. I mean, if you look at, wrong. If you look at this guy here, the touch of the trend line coming here to act up, and if you look left, if I extend this to the left, this is what we are getting, right? So we are now here, But is this really swing low? And is swing high rather? Why not here or here? The thing now is, the thing now is, when it comes to Fibonacci for entries, my GU trade that I missed out on because we didn't get there and then we didn't have a retracement might be affecting me here, because I mean, I don't want to not get into the trade. So perhaps I should have my entries higher up and wait for my confluence rather than want to be aggressive and have here as the swing high, swing low, and this is the 50%. These are my orders. This is where my order is, right? This is where my order is live. And once we get here, I am triggered for a sell order live, right? So let's see. I'll scale down to a 1 hour, but this guy, let's remove Fibonacci first. Fibonacci is not confuse us. This guy here, just mere looking at it, this is a double bottom. This is a double top, right? Here. This is the neckline, right? We have a lower high. We broke the trend line down, and then now we are retracing. If you take it from here, which is I believe is the, see, we have it here. If you extend this high to here, however, to make this whole thing now one swing, now I may not be in the best position here. This lines up with the 0.382, but it's not, I don't trust it as much as here, right? And I might be wrong, because again, this is the same dilemma that happened with GBPUSD, where I chose the overall swing and neglected the lower time frame swing before we then now, but we actually retraced to the lower time frame swing and then continued heading to the downside. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. My entries are here. I'm guessing I'll be triggered here on the call with the way the market is moving. It's here. My SL is all the way up here, and let's see how it plays out. I also have the trend line here, which is another thing I am looking at, because we might also want to pull in to touch the trend line. So if I pull up that Fibonacci again one more time, perhaps here is, these regions are the places I want to be at. Maybe these regions are the places I want to be at, right? But before I judge, let me scale down to one time frame lower, or not exactly a time frame lower, but okay. So this is the 1 hour. Let me take this out so that we're not confused. I like to make my chart look clean. So again, double top, breaking, retest, right? Having a nice push to the upside, right? So getting here and triggering me, I don't know what happens here, right? If we get here and I get triggered and we start heading down, fine. I'm giving my entry strategy this last try, because it made me miss out my GU, and maybe I am still pained, but I am not emotionally attached to this trade, that's for sure. But maybe the missed entry on GU and it's now proceeding to make over 300 pips, maybe it's like, okay, letting me know that I should be a bit more aggressive, and it's affecting this trade, right? Personally, I feel this level is going to hold Why? Because of this double top. This guy here, we held here, we are retracing back here. If I have the best price in this region, I'm going to take it and not even feel sorry for one bit. Right, so that was the EJ, and let me drop my. Oh, I didn't even extend this P. Let me leave it here. I'm extend it, just because. But then let me go to 4 hours, so that's it's a bit. Seems we still have some room to the upside, for on the 4 hour time frame. Alright, looking like we might get into somewhere here. Yeah, like the way we did for GBPUSD and rollover. If we still slap on that feed from here to here, I feel maybe here, around here, entry orders here. Entry orders here. Entry orders here, no bad now. Well, again, I mean here, if I push it up, I'll get a good price for sure. But I mean, if I push it now, we don't get triggered. It doesn't make any sense then. So pushing this here just to, as our first, TP point we marked. Then we have the second one below here. Well, I mean, I could push it here, but within here we are going to obviously oscillate and get our excuse me, and get our entries right properly. So yeah, that is my major trade. Okay, and yes, the coordinates. This is not a financial advice, but this is what I will be taking for my money. I'm just going to leave it here for a bit. All right. Cool. All right. So that's really the only trade I'm taking. Yeah, that's probably the only trade I'll be taking. I feel I would risk this gap between here and here. I'll just leave it, risk it. But what I wouldn't want is for us to then now from here rally up to the upside, which is also a risk that comes with using pending orders. If you know better entry strategies, you could comment them, post links. I'm always open to learning. But for now, Q4 of last year, this worked for me, and I made progress in my trading. So I'm going to stick to it till I get something better. Right. So if you take it from this week, it's just a matter of where. Ideally from here, right, to all the way here. But again, what happened with GBPUSD. So let's see. Let's still see how this plays out. I still have my orders here because of this guy. So let's see how we play out on the lower time frame. Obviously, I work with the Fibonacci with the RSI for the relative strength, and it seems we might still have some push to the upside here, and I'm guessing that's what's going to involve all this push to the upside, maybe even towards the trend line. Who knows? All right, what if I bring you here? Here. What's the difference, right? So either way, let's get this, and if we get triggered, let's see how it turns out. So the other ones I'm just going to brush past, or just do a rough thing here, because I'm not really taking them as trades for the week. This is 13th. So this is GBPJPY. And GBPJPY was another trade I wanted to take as well for a sell. And the same thing happened with GBPUSD. I was right, it went on to sell, but I didn't get into trade because I didn't get triggered. My my pending order didn't get triggered. Crazy, crazy. That was even it. This was even when I needed. I had to like, okay, gee, this entry was happening because two last week, and they went on to make numbers, but I'm not part of the party. But yeah, GBPJPY. This is a high. It is a lower high here. It's really looking like this monthly level is holding because we came in here, we had a bearish engulfing candle, and then we just started moving to the side below this monthly level, right? So my instincts are telling me this is a bearish market because we rallied all the way to the upside and then a bearish engulfing candle on a monthly time frame, and then followed by a lower high and then some range to the side. Now this is a range, of course, on a higher time frame, but if we go over to a weekly, I mean, I was just killing myself with that their desktop app. It takes too much time to load. Jeez. Let me take this out. I see the zam. So yeah, this is GBPJPY. And I think this was the play. Yeah. This was a double. Now something similar to what we saw, I think, with EURJPY. So this is a lower high and then a double top, right? And we are coming to the neckline on a daily. On a daily, you see that we came properly, but on a weekly, we peaked at the neckline and then we are back here, right? So we are looking to. My bias is bearish because of this double top, and I think we might just pull back or try to give some sort of signal for a continuation, then carry on to the downside. The first place we'll be looking at is the neckline, which is here, which is where we tested, right? Then once we've broken it successfully, we'll now start to roll over to the downside. And bro, look at all this space now. Like from here itself, if you catch a retracement to the upside from here to like here, that's like a lot of space, bro. A lot of space. Check itself. That's 1,200 pips. But yeah, this is how I would be taking GBPJPY. But now you see, we pick even on a daily. We came to test this here, right? And then we started sustaining here. This bar I drew it because it's playing a significant role. If I attach a line here for it to push to the left, you see these guys here all obey it. This guys here, this guy, right? And it's serving as a key level of in its own right. So we have now crashed into this key level. We didn't close below, but we peaked here, right? Which is, well, technically the neckline, but there's some offset because of the amount of candles, right? So from here I am expecting a pullback. And I will be ready 100% locked and loaded for a pullback, right? This would be if we use the wicks. We should be looking to pull significantly. If you are using the body like some do, it's going to look something like this. And either way, suggesting this might hold temporarily and then we push You see, we have a shoulder-ish something here, shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline, this base now. So we might pull in and then rally to the downside. I don't know in what manner we are going to retrace. That's the thing, but I would be updating as soon as I am able to decipher and crack it. So, and obviously make money. So yeah, okay, I'm using bodies. So yeah, either way, we'll need to correct to the upside, and we'll need to correct to the upside, and then now start, seeing, maybe go over to a 4 hour, a 1 hour, see what the pattern is like, then proceed to start selling. Oh my god, sorry guys, it's 12:05. I'm still here. Dang. Okay, so for this, basically it's pretty simple. Waiting for a pullback into here. If you use this high instead as a lower time frame. So what I want to start doing, because of what happened to GBPUSD, when I'm on a lower time frame, I use the most immediate high, or not the most immediate high, a high lower than the all-time high, just to get a different perspective as to where we might be going. Because not all the time that high I'm choosing is the correct high. So yeah, you see, we line up nicely with the second line we drew here. We might pull in to touch the trend line and the 0.5, which is a confluence region here, and who knows, right? So excuse me. So yeah, it's fingers crossed, eyes on the ball. If you go to 1 hour time frame, I'm guessing it's so it's more of the EURJPY type of thing as well, where you don't know if we are holding here or we are pulling into here, or whatever is happening, right? So yeah, I'm not trading this, but I will be looking at this very closely, because once we enter here, at least we are in the market. We can now start waiting for a proper what's it called, a proper correction and a textbook setup basically, to get in again after we have locked in profits. So that's it for GBPJPY. And also we are looking at EURUSD. Oh, god damn. So for the euro, all these pairs, the EURUSD and the GBPUSD, they are basically just retracing at this point. It's basically profit taking at this point. We've successfully come to put in a lower low here, lower than this, and this line, I'm suspecting if we look left, we'll see areas where we've respected it, right? So obviously we are respecting it here as well, and we are pushing, well, we are exhausting. Let me not say we are retracing, because we might move to the side, which is also exhaustion, and we use a range breakout, entry strategy for it. But either way, we are going to exhaust at this point, and I'm still going to look for it. I'm still going to look at it for opportunities to still sell, because I'm still bearish on this. But for now, I don't think it's a good time to be talking about trading these. I feel for the USD pairs, for the majors, this is a profit taking period. No, I don't like that one. This is a profit taking period, and well, Again, here we didn't pull into this black bar. You guys remember this black bar from the last video? We didn't pull into here. We came and then we just, and then now we even came into putting a lower high here. So sometimes the play might just be, within, because if I take the lower high from here instead of where I took it, this is me now just looking at, okay, you know what? It was where was it? Okay, I think it was here now. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, here. You see, like this is 0.5 and we did come into here, so I would have, who knows, had something. Who knows? I would have had something. Who knows? Right? So that was like just what I'm observing with the trade setups I have been looking at or coming up with this year. Right? I mean, here is for documentation, like I always say. So, not really trading the EU. When we exhaust and we are ready to move again, I would circle back to it. Same thing with the GU, which again broke my heart, but it is what it is. We have gotten to the monthly level and we have formed a doji candle followed by a green. See, we even got to our overall TP. This is like, this is what now? This is about, 313 pips overall TP. Where did we peak at? We peaked at 473 pips. But again, no, all these ones na talk, money no follow. Anyhow, so yeah, we are still looking for the same thing here, exhaustion. But for this one now, the fact we have come in here to our monthly level is making me overlook whatever impulse leg we might have, because I would want us to break this monthly level. I think this is going to even be a problem on our way down. But hmm, anyway, but I would not be so unless we pull back in here and have some sort of formation that would signal bearish again, right? Then I would now want to take it to the downside and exit here, right? But I do not want to now, if we break down here and start trading inside this, no, I would hands off, right? So yeah, those are oh god, this is a long video, 4 pairs. So those are my setups. Those are what I'm looking at. These are probably what I will be looking at for next week as well, not just this week, right? Because we are waiting for something, or either we are waiting for something or it's already here. So with that, I believe that is it. And I want to open USJPY, but I'll leave that one for maybe in the next video. And yeah, I hope to keep doing this. Like the time is 12:13, but we gotta show up. We are showing up and we are analyzing the charts with sleepy eyes. But still, but still, we are showing up. Don't mind me. The analysis has been done before now, so don't worry, you're safe. All right, but yes, thank you very much, everyone, and take it easy. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.